Does Jerome Powell finally have the bear market he's always wanted? Hello, everyone. Welcome into Above My Pay Grade. My name is Eric. Every one of these FOMC meetings, Jerome Powell says something, and the stock market will go up, and you can tell he's kind of ticked about it because what he wants is unemployment to go up. Now, Nobody Special Finance did a great video on the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers on unemployment actually being wrong, and they have to revise them down, not by a factor of like zero point 0.1, but like a factor of 5. So they are way off. So why is this a problem? Because Jerome Powell is making these decisions potentially with faulty data, especially if he's going off what the Bureau of Labor Statistics is saying. But we are reaching, in my opinion, a crescendo of a lot of economic factors that ain't good because we got our high on our own supply in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And now all the free money's gone. Everyone's credit card bill is going up, and you're going to be in a way better position. Just if you don't have debt, if you don't carry tons of debt in your life, you're going to be in a way better position. But the U.S. consumer is starting to freak out, and no better title for an article than U.S. consumer starting to freak out. This here is from Fox News. Flush with savings accounts and cheap credit that helped keep America spending at high rates since 2020, they're disappearing. I've done stories on why credit card debt being at an all-time high. That's never a good sign. Reading from the article here, retail purchases have fallen in 3 of the past 4 months. Spending on services, including rent, haircuts, the bulk of bills are flat in December after adjusting for inflation, the worst monthly reading in nearly a year. Sales of existing homes in the U.S. fell last year to their lowest level since 2014 as mortgage rates rose. The auto industry posted its worst sales year in more than a decade. I've told you guys the auto industry is ripe for like a GFC kind of correction because people not only they overspent on used cars because of the chip crisis and all that, and they were paying like 8%. And since the money was flowing, these car dealerships had tons of people that wanted to give tons of banks that wanted to give people loans that probably shouldn't have got a loan in the first place. So, reading again, now the forces that helped keep spending high are unwinding, while inflation remains elevated. The share of monthly income Americans set aside for savings was 3.4 in December, down from 7.5 a year earlier, and from a record high in April 2020. Credit card interest rates have been rising. Federal Reserve officials have signaled they plan an additional 0.25% point increase on the central bank's benchmark rate this week. So they're going to go from 4.5 to 4.75. Why that's important is interest rates take time to work their way through the economy. So if I was Jerome Powell and I raised interest rates today, how long before debts start to mature where they have to refinance at that higher interest rate? It's not tomorrow. It does take time. So a lot of economists say it's 6 months, 9 months, a year in various parts of the economy where those books get rebalanced at that higher interest rate, borrowing goes down. So in 2023, since he raised interest rates so fast, 2023 is really when you're going to see the effects of those super fast interest rate rises that he did in 2022. All right, back to the article here. Consumer spending. So here's a big problem in the United States with recessions. Where do we get our tax receipts from? We get our tax receipts from consumer spending, consumption. We want more stuff. They sell us on the latest and greatest, and Americans always buy it. But the problem with a recession, especially today, is that if spending, American spending goes down, guess what goes down with it? Tax receipts. And guess what goes up with American spending going down? Government spending. Why? Because more people on unemployment, more people turn to the government for help. So not only is government's income going down, their expenses are going up when they have an all-time high of debt. Interest rates are going up, and they have to rebalance government debt at a higher interest rate. You see the problem here? So consumer spending accounts for roughly 70% of the economy. A downshift in consumer is the key reason that business and academic economists polled by the Wall Street Journal, on average, put the probability of recession in the next 12 months at 61%. However, many economists say the US might avoid a recession entirely if spending patterns stabilize. One factor making forecasting more difficult, while unemployment is trending at a half a century low, big companies like Amazon, Goldman Sachs, and Microsoft are all laying people off. You guys have all seen the stories of the layoffs at the big tech companies, etc. And like I said, Nobody Special Finance did a great video on how the Bureau of Labor Statistics was wrong by a factor of like 5 or 6 when it comes to unemployment statistics. So Jerome Powell, if he's looking at Bureau of Labor Statistics and saying, hey, unemployment's still low, they were wrong. So he's raising interest rates based off faulty data. And those economists that think our spending is going to stabilize, here's a couple factors to keep in mind. Prices are going up, incomes are going down, unemployment's going up. How in the world are people's spending patterns going to stabilize? They're going to start spending less on consumption, turning to the government for more help. And obviously, um, that's the crescendo of all these problems coming together. It'll be interesting to see how the government solves it. Traditionally, what they do is make the pain go away by hitting the easy button, and that easy button is gone. The easy button of printing more money, it's gone because we have inflation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.